Yeah, speaking of NBA, I wanted to get into the next topic because Carmelo Anthony and Dwight Howard were named first ballot Hall of Fame inductees.
Well deserved.
Leading the class of 2025 for the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. So, of course, Carmelo, 10-time NBA All-Star, 3-time Olympic gold medalist, and member of the NBA 75th anniversary team. You had Dwight, who was an 8-time NBA All-Star.
Dwight deserves it.
One NBA championship.
He deserves it.
And 3-time NBA defensive
Off
player.
of his years in Charlotte, he does. I mean, in Orlando.
Orlando.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Off his years in Orlando, he was a monster in Orlando.
He
was a monster in
whatever he was
Orlando.
doing off the court, none of that matters.
Yeah, so in addition to them, you have the 2008 U.S. Olympic men's basketball team being inducted. Was that the Redeemed team?
Yeah.
Okay, that was the one that had to clean up that mess from 2004.
I think they had a silver. They got silver or bronze.
The only thing disappointing is that Melo ain't getting no ring.
Yeah,
That's
he won
the only-
he
won the
stayed in
bag.
Denver.
He won the bag.
Yeah, I know, but we really had Melo getting
He
a
won
ring
the bag.
somewhere.
Yeah, he
did
chose
want
the bag.
He
Chose the
did
bag
want the
over the
bag.
ring.
And then he kind of, at the end of his career, when they were like, you come off the bench, we probably gonna win something.
Yeah.
And Melo was like, I'm not coming off the bench, so we ain't gonna win.
If we want to be real, the original big three for Miami was supposed to be Melo, Wade, and LeBron.
Yeah, 'cause he was like, I can't. Y'all want certain things from me, but I need to get these shots up.
Yeah.
Shit. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
You want me to be productive in a fifth of the minute?
If I got D Wade and Bron, how many shots am I
No,
get
he
up?
was starting. That was the original big three.
No,
But that's
I'm
what I'm
just
saying.
saying.
How many shots am I get up if I
He
got
gonna,
D
they
Wade
gonna
and
get,
Bron?
he gonna get at least
Bron
10,
was running
15.
points.
Maybe.
10.
At least 10.
Maybe.
If
I'm
you
staying
said
in Denver for that shit.
okay, so you got the bag, you scored the points, and they shipped your ass to New York, and you was a shell of yourself, and then
I
you faked
might
off.
get 10 shots, nigga. Like,
I
what?
mean, you get 10 to 15. I mean, nowadays how the league going,
15 minutes?
it's
What? That's
it's
it?
easy to get 15 shots apiece. It's easy to get 15, 20 shots
In the
apiece
days
amongst your three. Yeah,
back in his day.
when them three, when Miami
He
Heat,
going off minutes.
no,
Nigga, don't really
when
going off
Miami
minutes.
and them, that's when it started of how the league is now. When that started, he could have got at least 15 to 20 shots.
15.
Yeah.
But like I said, they were going off minutes. Nigga.
I got you.
Whatever production you get
I
in
got
this
you.
block of minutes,
Nigga,
that's
you
what
in
you
Denver-
get.
in
And
Denver,
he
I'm
said
getting-
he needed more minutes because he couldn't get off his. That
But
amount
what
of
I'm
minutes.
saying though, but you saw how Bosh played. He started, so it wouldn't have went like that. Was just an
Denver, I'm
assumption.
getting 30 shots a game.
You right.
You want me to come to Miami and get
Half that.
maybe 10 or
Maybe.
15?
half that.
Maybe.
Bosh got about 15 in some games, 20 shots.
And he was
Yeah, only when Bron and Wade
he was
weren't
perfect
hitting.
in that role.
Yeah.
Carmelo could
Melo
not have
would've
played
never-
that
Right.
role.
I got you.
You talking about blow-ups on the sideline?
We still with the NBA, right?
Yeah,
We
well, I
got-
was going to list a couple of other people
Yeah.
who were nominated for the Hall of Fame. So you do have Billy Donovan, most remembered as the coach of Florida, University of Florida Gators. You also have referee Danny Crawford getting inducted. On the women's side, you have Sue Bird. You also have Sylvia Fowles and Maya Moore.
Can the UConn?
Yeah, and it looks like a contributor. Who is Mickey Arison?
Oh,
Is he the
he,
leader or the
uh,
owner?
He the owner.
Yeah, okay, so he's getting inducted as well. So those are your nominees for the 2025 Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame.
Wow, while we still in the NBA, we got some first timers. We got let's see, Giannis. He had this week.
Yeah.
He had 35 points, 20 assists, 17 boards. First time ever that has ever happened.
Not even Will Chamberlain.
Right,
did
exactly.
that
You had Jokic. He had a 60-point triple-double in the
Russ
loss.
screwed it up.
Then Stephen Curry, he was on fire. The nigga scored 52 points, followed up with 30 points plus points against my team, LA. And they beat us.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
LA's come to like where they're going to be at.
Yeah,
That's where y'all at now.
We
Well,
gonna
the
be
number
at
4, aren't
4 seed.
No, what I'm saying is now they plateaued out. Like they plateaued now.
We got the toughest. We have the toughest schedule.
Toughest schedule.
Toughest schedule. We are in it now. We set is less than 6 games left. We are
still no prominent big men.
No, we don't. That's the only thing. So we gotta play small ball, but we still was in before we got on our little losing streak. We was still top 10 defense. Yeah. So we good. Yeah. And then like I said, we gotta follow with his Ja Morant.
$75,000 fine
because of the gun motion. Which if you look at everybody else around the league, they do it. LeBron done it. Anytime somebody shoot a 3 and make it, they do this.
The only person that should be able to do it is my girl that plays in South Carolina. Pow pow.
Pow pow. Pow pow.
So,
the only one who should be able to do it.
I get you. I mean, me personally, I believe they unfairly targeting Ja.
They are unfairly.
They are unfair targeting him because
everybody's
that game. Because he's a black athlete who been out here in the streets and he been finger banging.
They're finger banging. They're finger banging on the court. They're finger banging.
You pointing fingers and shit when you got other in the game that they was talking about.
He came back with the rocket launcher.
Yeah, the game they was talking about when he played Golden State. Him and Buddy Hill kept going back and forth doing the shit.
Banging.
But Draymond, he complaining. You feel say, look, you see what he's doing. Me personally, you unfairly targeting him.
It's corny. It's corny just like the play the band for your boy. That's corny. The CD Lamb thing they took.
Yeah, they started to Smith. You can't do that no more.
What's that?
No, you can't do that.
You can't wipe a nigga.
You can't do that no more. He scored a touchdown.
Why? Because it's like
the lead band that
unsportsmanlike
conduct. You can't do this no more.
Corny. Can't do that.
No fun league. And outside of that, it was a conversation in the NBA when Draymond was talking about how the OGs doesn't respect the new generation players. And Byron,
that's everything.
BD was on his podcast, basically breaking it down for him, like the reason why they don't, because y'all get all the shine up front. Boom.
Well, not just that. I mean, LeBron said that this man was going to score
200 points in the 70s, so where they clothesline. You disrespect them. Like the reason why the OGs have issues with the new generation is because number one, well, because it's like this. What they tell like Stephen A. Hold them same accountable like us. You didn't get props for not winning the chip. Nobody talking to you until you win that chip. That's why Shaq talked
put the work in.
Did you hear what Giannis? Did you hear what Giannis had to say about it when he was mentioned when LeBron said it? Giannis said that. No, I'd probably score the same thing. That because we're all being trained the same way and stuff like that. So me scoring 200 points and he said I wouldn't have done that.
No, he would because the league. Because how the way the league was refereed then, they was clotheslining the damn air. If they're like, I ain't mean cut you off, like when Steph Curry, how he's busting threes like that. Oh, they would have hit that. He would have hit that floor a couple of times.
He wouldn't have got off those screens.
Exactly. They would have busted his ass. So the Holloway, the league is referee now. You can't touch nobody. You can't hand check.
He would have got one foul that game. That would have changed his whole play.
That's why.
He wouldn't be able to shoot like that anymore.
That's why the OGs
broke. Wrist shattered, like finger dislocated. Bro, I already know.
That's why the OGs saying even though we laid this groundwork for y'all to get the money that y'all getting, they didn't talk about us until we accomplished something. A lot of you haven't accomplished. And you don't even speak. No, I ain't mean cut you off. You don't even reach back and have relationship with OGs. Like for instance, LeBron ain't even talking to my MJ. They ain't even. There's no type of. You feel what I'm saying? Because you can be competitive.
But who's doing is that though?
And you talk about what Giannis would have did. What you think Kareem would have did in this era?
He would have buzzed 100 points.
Would have dropped
100 points. The sky hook. The most unstoppable move in the league ever. The sky hook. He was scored 100 points.
It's disrespect on both ends because Kareem would have had a field day in this era.
Right, he would have.
He would have been unstoppable.
Shaq definitely would have had a field day. Like Shaq said, they would say, what would be the matchup?
He would have had to learn how to hit free throws. That was it.
That matchup against Jokic.
Run into that topic. That's the topic.
Go into it.
He said he would have barbecue chicken his ass.
And he would have.
He would have got his ass in foul trouble.
Joker. the thing with
They
yo,
wouldn't even put him on Shaq.
he's not even agile like that, yo. He's just a
No, he agile.
This is the
He's
thing
not
I had with
agile
Shaq.
like
This
that,
is the thing I
man.
had
He
with
would've
Shaq
put
and
this
Jokic.
dude on his
He
back
would have and dunked
several
all through
times.
Him, dunked all through him. But Shaq
Elbow.
Shaq was just
Hip.
pure power.
Show
Yeah.
the dip.
Jokic is pure skill. This is what if Shaq had an inkling of the skill that Jokic had.
He did. He had power. That was his skill
Jokic
set.
don't have that.
That was his power. No,
Yeah.
that's what Jokic doesn't have.
Right.
Has so much skill in this big body that I was thinking, you know
Like
what?
I said, he could barely jump over a deck of playing
David
cards.
Robinson,
His career is
Da-
over before
Dave-
I say that Jokic is better than Shaq. But right now,
Nah.
I gotta wait till his career's over because we don't know
can't.
how many rings Jokic is
Exactly.
going to finish
It
with.
don't matter how
Yes,
many.
it does.
He's not better than
Because-
Shaq.
No, he's not.
Okay, boom.
It's a different skill set.
It is because
Exactly.
Now, if you
It's just a
take-
different
if-
skill
If
set.
Shaq would have been better at free throws, come on.
He was
Come on.
averaging almost 30 points, and that's him missing
And
free
that's
throws.
missing.
That's
free
missing free throws.
So now I'm like, you're going to say Jokic isn't better than Shaq, but we got to wait till the end of his career. But it's not that far, fetched. It's not that far fetched because Jokic is a real baller.
He is. I mean,
But
he
He said he dropped 60.
But as
What
soon
and
as
what?
his game.
But the whole
60
thing is,
triple-double.
and you notice, as soon as Shaq is outside that box, he's a liability.
Yeah, but he
There's
said
nothing he
that.
can do
But they
outside that
You
box.
right, and he said that. But they wouldn't. But how Phil would have had it? Phil, if Shaq wouldn't have
yeah,
been.
but
He wouldn't have been sticking Jokic.
Exactly.
They would have had probably Horace Grant, Karl Malone,
Rodman.
You would have had
Oh,
to.
Rodman
you
and
talking
them,
about
they-
Lakers. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they would have had him playing, sticking. So,
But I think Jokic is not. It's not
There's no
it's
way
not
he's playing
big of a
outside the block.
difference.
He's
it's
not.
that
I'm
big of a
I'm
difference.
agreeing with you.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like that, I'm thinking about like just in the
He never played outside the box when he was in the
yeah,
league.
like it's impossible.
He did. He didn't.
Much.
He
It's
didn't
too
come
much for
past
them.
that before the three seconds.
difference
He
in
didn't
them-
come out past that free throw line.
The difference in those two is wild.
It is.
It's
It's
wild.
night and day.
They play the same position,
It's
but
night
the
and day.
difference is
It's night and
wild.
day.
Because as soon as Joker comes anywhere near Shaq, it's a wrap. Like you're not doing anything against him. You're not doing nothing on
All
him.
you can do is grab
You
him.
think your little finesse move's going to work,
That's
but
what
he's
half
going
of
to be
Shaq
so
came
strong that your finesse going to be like, oh, he can control the ball like I want. Also,
Because
2K.
you done got abused so damn much. That power.
But we'll see. But I'm like I said, it's not that big of a difference between Shaq and Jokic. Right now, I don't think
Outside the
anyway.
rings, that's all.
Yeah, Jokic can shoot.
He can shoot. He can pass. He can pretty much. He has more skills than Shaq, but he just
He
doesn't
knows
have the
how to
power.
manipulate the ball.
Yeah, that power was, and that's the
all
game.
you
That
need.
was the game back in the day.
Right.
Power was the game.
Right, because it was a physical. It was
Back then,
physical
yeah.
back then.
Now it's more
and
finesse.
checking is more finesse.
Now it's more finesse.
Oh, they Shaq
so
was
we
fouled
it's
out.
all.
Oh, he would've been fouled out.
It's
Now,
all.
Just being on the court that fouled out.
You get out of the top 75, damn near over half of
touching
them
it too hard.
would have the numbers they put in back then. They would have doubled what they would have played in the league era this time. My opinion.